you looking for your water?
But not every healer is a healer.
What was that?
I said healers are healers, and you can only be a healer if you have suffered. If you haven't suffered, you can't necessarily be a very good healer. But not every healer heals you according to a balanced heal.
Okay.
You might get healed and balanced, if that makes sense. Depends what world they're healing you for. Okay. To accomplish any picture, movement, direction, rhythm, track. So to accomplish any picture, the horse has to be able to juggle 4 things. Movement, direction, keep a direction, keep a rhythm, stay on a particular track. I call that the scene. I use the scene to work on the unseen. Patience, timing, feel, problem solving, anger management, respect, discipline, work ethic, trust, yada, yada, yada. When the horse doesn't do my picture, I love when that happens. In the people's world, that's not acceptable. I want the horse not to do that. Why? Simple. I'm here to help the horse survive in the people's world as I know it. If he doesn't do tyrant, whatever he wants to do, I can't raise the pressure up and simulate what's going to happen. By having nothing attached, my crutch is gone, but so is the horse's crutch gone. My body and my reins, the pressure I put on my legs. So with that said, we shall start. She picks direction. I start off in the middle. How do I know in the middle? My poles are balanced. I'm using pressure to communicate. Survival is the fulcrum instead of using pressure to intimidate. Survival is the fulcrum. She tells me how much pressure to apply. What I'm doing is getting her to get out of the hole that she's in, like going out of this area, going back to where she came in. The problem is to go back, you got to hit those crossroads, which you're not allowed to let anybody know about. So, the more committed she is, the better the horse is, or can be. So with that said, movement, direction, rhythm, track. First, I ask for movement. So notice the problem-solving skills, pretty good. Alright, so I'm asking for movement, the scene thing, when I'm working on, in this case, problem-solving. Notice the timing. As soon as I started putting pressure on, she started moving off. I released. As soon as I released, what did she do? She stopped. When I applied pressure, her negative pole went up. Do you understand? Who told me how much pressure to apply? She did. I start off with the least amount because I don't want to get in the habit of putting that much pressure on, because how long am I going to be able to ride for putting that much pressure on?
Right.
I want to put the least amount of pressure. As soon as she gave me, because she gave me so nicely, I released completely. I standing still. The negative pole goes down. Notice how she stopped. Well done. So now we'll follow through and get movement, direction, rhythm, track. With people, I don't ask for all 4 things. Only with horses. I start off there, and where we end up, we'll find out. She'll tell me. I am not the teacher, the horse is. The nice thing about doing tyrant, because notice every time she hesitated, that's her doing tyrant. Notice I made the noise. Down. What I'm doing is creating a new past. I wanted to do that, so I make that noise. It wasn't that she was pausing that was a problem. It was a mindset that she's using at that moment. And that's what I am putting pressure on, not what she's doing. Through what she's doing, it's letting me know she's doing tyrant. And when she was doing alpha, i.e. she was doing my picture, I only put enough pressure on to keep it going. You understand? And the noise was letting her know that you're doing tyrant, and the opposite of tyrant is alpha. The opposite of hold is move. So good. Now that you all sort of found that one out, there she picked the direction. Choose, come on, choose. Excellent horse. Do you understand why that's an excellent horse? Notice where I was standing, exactly in the middle. Do you understand? She was facing the wall while I was putting pressure on. She didn't have to go left or right. You know why? because I was actually telling her to go straight. Exactly what she was doing. Trying to do what I was asking her to do. You follow that?
Mm-hmm.
Well done. Get the shit out of her. So, but the point being is that I should have been more impeccable with my actions. Because the second she did this, she has picked the direction. And I should have stepped and supported it. But I didn't. I stood there. Shit happens. Deal with it. So I was tired at that moment because I didn't do what the picture called me to do. But how am I doing? Am I screwing up? But did I not screw up just now because I didn't support my own picture?
Yeah, but did she not screw up because she didn't make a decision?
She couldn't make a decision because my decision was to go straight. I was a problem, not her. She tilted that way because that was her first tilt, you understand? She was standing there when I applied pressure and she turned and went that way. As soon as she picked the direction, because at that point she picked the direction, I should have stepped and supported it. But instead, I stood there, which said to her, don't go that way. Then she tried to go back this way. I should have done that and supported that, but I didn't. So I was actually telling her, don't go that way, but keep moving. And
Right.
she was. Because what I was telling her to do was to go straight. But she couldn't go straight because of the wall, but she's trying to go straight.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So in a sense, I was screwing up. But you wouldn't think that I'm screwing up, you'd think it'd be her. The point being is, let's say I am screwing up. Or am I? If I was screwing up. If I was screwing up. With the horse coming. Do you understand?
So she doesn't perceive you as screwing up.
Correct. But we would have thought we were screwing up. You understand? Because I wasn't getting my picture. But in this case, I wasn't screwing up because I was applying the pressure that she was telling me to apply. No, I wasn't following through with my picture. But at that moment, I was applying the pressure that she was telling me to apply. I didn't overreact, underreact. I didn't take my anger out on her. I screwed up because I didn't follow through when she told me to follow through. But I'm not screwing up because look where she is. So at that moment, most people start beating themselves up. And I would say to them, yeah, you dumb fuck. And I would just lay it on them. You understand? In other words, I would play the role of the voice that they have in their head coming to life. Stupid motherfucker. Yada yada yada. And I use that language on them because it's not the language of the pressure created by the language. And I would just, and they're like, yeah, I am stupid. So help me to beat myself up more because that's what you're doing. And I'll help you. I'll beat the shit out of you. Do you understand? And I'll go right along with you. But then I'll say to you, now take a couple steps to the left. You dumb, stupid son of a bitch. And you're going to the left and you're still beating the crap out of yourself. Not even realizing that the goddamn horse is following you. Remember the story at the beginning? The story at the beginning was, you're here to help the horse survive in the world we created. In the world that we created, it's all tyrant. Or mostly tyrant. Did I just do tyrant? Yeah. So here you are beating yourself up. And I keep making you walk around. And you're still beating yourself up, not realizing that the horse is following you. Because it's all about you. Not about helping the horse. Then I would say to you, you dumb fuck, where's the horse? If you're that stupid, would the prey animal be standing next to the predator? And all of a sudden they suddenly see it from a different perspective. And they suddenly realize, fuck no, it wouldn't. So are you that stupid? I guess not. What I'm imagining and the reality aren't meshing. Oh, that's right. I give him cookies. No, I don't give him cookies. Do you understand? You have a 1,200-pound female prey animal following you around. But you believe that you're screwing up, but you're not. And therefore, the pressure of the moment, what you're feeling and what you're imagining no longer is ruling you as much. Because you didn't die. Because that's why you're getting pissed off. Because you thought you wasn't getting the picture, I'm stupid, I'm dumb, I have to beat myself over the head with a 2x4. So movement, direction, rhythm trot, trot on the rail. Notice she was slowing down, but I didn't get off to her because she was still trotting. Don't miss out on consequences. Because if she's trotting and you get after her, you're contradicting yourself. You understand? On the rail, there, and release. What did you feel from that horse just now going around?
A little apprehension.
Good. Do you get that, Roger? Was she giving me the finger, or was she trying to do for me?
She was doing.
Yeah. But she needed a little bit more support, you understand? But notice she was trotting. Can't get up to her. Don't try to help her. As long as she's trotting, even though you feel her slowing down. Oh, she's going to start walking and that's out of my picture. Let her walk. Because as soon as she walks, you can then raise the pressure up. You want to help her? That's how you help her. Make her proficient at a mental tool. Not going, no, keep your trot going, honey, keep your trot. That's how you disempower her. Rings a bell, right?
Yeah.
You can relate to that one, right? And that's how you disempower them. You understand? And then you wonder why I go somewhere that's new and the horse is like freaking out. It's all right, honey. I'm here. And that's what I mean about healers. Not necessarily healing per se. Who are you really healing? Or who you're trying to heal? Yeah. And you're not helping the horse. See, that's what's great about the system. The greatest happiness is helping others, not money. And that's what you're learning here, mentally. Helping the horse, which is not a horse, infinite possibilities. Your significant other, your kids, your boss, your whatever. You're communicating, not sort of arguing. So, that was one direction. Now we're going the other direction.